That's out of the stadium!
Let's go! Come on! Something! Come on!
Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Zoinks! It's another Saturday night special here in the AAA, and tonight, this tenacious bunch of mystery-solving vagabonds look to stay fiery hot going into the postseason. The work in the cage has done wonders, and now they stand with their best chance all season to strike the fear of upset into their awaiting seeded opponents. Taking the field opposite them, AAA's Black Riders. One team to rule them all, one set to bind them to their playoff fate. From the land of Mordor where the shadows lie, This team steps into the bright lights of prime time and is poising themselves to come screaming into the first round. Mystery Incorporated and Mystery Man tango with oXBOX and the Nazgul 9. Welcome to AAA Match of the Week.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. My name is Dwayne. I'm one of the co-commissioners of this league, excuse me. And tonight I have with me once again in the booth, fellow league office member, 10-season veteran, and Hall of Fame member, No Hummus. No Hummus, welcome back. How you feeling tonight for another AAA matchup?
I'm feeling great tonight. Excited to see these two teams just duke it out and try to get maybe advance their playoff position as we get to the final stages.
Yes, indeed. You alluded to that already. We're getting really close here to the end of the AAA regular season. That will be ending Sunday night, going into Monday, and we have a match of the week tonight for you of the AAA variety, and tomorrow night of another AAA matchup. It's going to be an awesome set of games here tonight and tomorrow, this weekend, all together in the AAA, leading into the playoffs. Yeah, it's going to be, and these two teams going at it tonight. We have Mystery Man and Mystery Incorporated, and oXBOX and the Nazgul 9, two of the AAA's hardest working members and most improved members over time, I think. And they're both really good friends as well, and they've played each other a ton. And tonight they're going to duke it out on prime time in a couple of games that matter.
Yeah, for sure. As you saying, like they how they're friends. How in case not everyone knows, Oxbox actually brought Mystery Man into the league. He invited him, and as you said, they've been practicing together. Pushing each other to become better. And now we'll see here on prime time to see maybe they set those aside as they look to claim victory.
Yes, indeed, and that really kind of leads us right into our keys. That segues right into the first one. Riding the hot hand, both these players are looking for big wins tonight against each other, and both of them have been hot as of late. Mystery Man was looking pretty dim early in the season. The prospects for him, he had one win for a decent stretch of the season, and then all of a sudden he got hot. He swept Panther, which was the two biggest wins of his regular season so far. Managed to get a good split against Rise and Fall, and then got a sweep against Snowbird. So he's got 5 wins in the book now for himself after starting off a little slow coming out of the Double-A, taking a lot of the advice from players around the league and just working hard and getting better. And then Ox tonight, on the other hand, is just coming off of a series about an hour ago where he got a sweep. So that's pretty interesting when you say Hummus.
Yeah, for sure. As you're saying, both these players are sort of riding a little like streak here, and that'll be important tonight as we see Alex, he just played like as you're saying 2 hours ago, and so like he has that recency. Must be feeling good about being able to get that sweep. Now he'll be looking to come in here and face off against Mystery Man, who, as you're also saying, has had a couple wins also this past week after getting off to a very slow start to the season. So both of these players are getting hot for the playoffs, and now we'll see how if they cool off or they just get even hotter from tonight's matchup.
Yeah, and that really it lies in the numbers, I think, of over the past few games that you can track. The second key that we have for you is no lobsters, and that kind of just alludes to the conversion rates between both players. If you look at them on paper, Oxbox at a solid 32%, and then Mystery Man below 20% right now. Ox is almost doubling the conversion rate that Hummus brought up to us earlier. And what I'm trying to say is, over the past few games, I'm sure that conversion rate for Mystery Man is absolutely different looking. If you take the past 5 games out of it, which we weren't able to do before the stream tonight, but if you are able to do that, the numbers are probably looking a lot better for him. His run scoring has been a lot better, and these two are going to be a lot closer. So it's going to be about getting those runners on and getting them around the bases tonight. If you leave guys on base tonight, it's going to be, I think, a death sentence.
Yeah, for sure. And we see both these players, their run conversion may not be the best, and their left on base percentage as pitching is also about, I would say, middle of the pack also. So I think that's gonna be important tonight, being able to convert those runs because we may very well see low close scoring game where we might see like a score of like 3-2, 4-2, something like that. And so being able to get those hits and just being able to sequence them back to back and get those runners in. That's gonna be really important for these players tonight.
Yes, indeed it is. And we're without further ado, we're going to get rolling into the games here. It is master versus pupil, student and teacher. These two good friends going at it. And game one is going to be coming right at you in just a few moments. Get ready, folks.
When we're live and I'll start. All right. Good evening, everyone. Sorry about the little camera in the cover, but now we have. Give us a moment here.
Number 71.
And it looks like we have a substitution here, or not substitution. Pause the game. Right.
Sorry, I was muted for a moment. There are a couple technical difficulties going around. It looks like we have Ox's camera frozen on the screen for a moment from his stream being previously on, so let's just let him sort that out here for a sec. And we should have game one underway.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they might just play through it, at least for the moment. It's up to the players.
Yeah. But we see that one popped up. Third baseman running after, but he doesn't get there in time to make it a foul ball. On 3-2 count. As that one's hitting to left field. And that will be out number one. 3-2 count. Next up is the Witch King of Angmar, who has a 229 average, 3 home runs and 15 RBIs in the season.
Yeah, one of the heavy hitters in that lineup for the Nazgul 9, who just got around on that one way early there.
Fuck that.
That's ball one. That's strike two, swings and a miss there. Tough foul activated. And that's strike three to make it a strikeout for Miss Stink. Next up is the Lady Hours of Rowan, who has a 204 average, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs. And as we're saying early, Dwayne, she does have a lot of power and contact. So as we reach the middle part of the lineup, we'll see if we get some hits here. That's ball one to make it a 1-1 count. Ball two to make that a 2-1 count.
Outside.
Ball three just outside, that makes it a 3-1 count.
Take your base.
Ball four, that's a walk. So now we got a runner on first with 2 outs thanks to the walk. And looks like our stream is paused.
Yeah, I think he's restarting the stream here for us for a moment. There we go.
All right.
So that runner's still on base. A good walk taken for Ox there to do something with 2 outs, but unfortunately strikes out on 3 pitches.
So as we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 inning there, as we go into the bottom of the first, pitching will be Sarwan the Dark Lord, and up to bat will be Shannon Blake with a 177 average, no home runs and 5 RBIs. Sarwan having a 2.47 ERA and a .9 WHIP, so a solid start to the season so far. As that one's hit to the second baseman, looks like it'll be thrown to first for out number 1.
Yeah, solid contact there too for Mystery Man to start things off with his leadoff hitter. So he's going to be looking for more of that, I think. A lot of velo on the Dark Lord. Ooh, and he strokes one right into the gap. Back-to-back hard hit balls.
Oh, and now as that one gets past right fielder, dive miss there. Looks like the runner will advance second. Let's see if he goes to third. He's going to push it. This one will be close to the plate. It's not accurate. As a result, we have a triple now with only 1 out. Fred Jones up bat.
Yeah, big hitter for Mystery Incorporated. Good pitch there by Ox to get him checked in.
That is a low ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count. That one's popped up. That one looks like it'll be in foul territory to make it a 1-2 count. Mistink looking to get some contact on the ball here, as that one just misses the batter. Ball 3, check swing here, so a 3-2 count with the runner on third and 1 out. A swing and a miss there for out number 2. Gets him swinging, so now we have 2 outs now, runner on third. Day Chillman coming up.
It's a huge strikeout for Ox there, nicely placed with the cutter. Could have been dangerous if Mist was able to get around in time, but it's good heat, just great placement. And he's going to get out of this.
Yeah, well, good stop there from the Nazgul 9 to prevent the runner on third from advancing home to keep this still tied at a 0-0 ballgame. And now we go into the top of the second with the 5-6-7 coming up next.
Yeah,
Shaggy Rogers having 19 pitches, reaching a high pitch count.
Yeah, getting the starters out of this game early might favor either player. Ox hit that one pretty hard to center. You can see both these players staying hot with the bat, it looks like, at least to begin this one. You just need to get those runners on and start making something happen.
For sure, and they're looking to have solid plate discipline tonight. As although they've had a couple strikeouts, that's not before it's been, usually they had a couple of 3-2 counts, as that goes to become out number 2. Next up is Smog the Terrible, who has a 209 average and 3 RBIs in the season, as that one's thrown just inside for a strike 1.
That's inside.
That becomes ball 1 inside to make it a 1-1 count. That's a low and inside pitch to make it a 1-2 count. Swings at that one, first baseman gets it for out number 3.
You can see Ox sitting low in the zone there, unable to get around on the ball in time. But he's kind of finding maybe a hot spot in Mystery Man's sequence. He's able to take advantage of that later down the line. We'll have to see, but that would be big for him.
Yeah, for sure. As that one's a swing and a miss for strike 1. That one's grounded up the middle. Fielder just can't get there in time, so it looks like the runner will advance to first to make it a leadoff single for Mistink.
Another early base runner with less than 2 outs, no outs here in the inning. And Steeler as well on the base path, so. Good start for Mist.
And up the bat is Mystery, who has a 217 average, 4 home runs, and 12 RBIs. So if there's someone you want to hit a home run, it's going to be this guy. If that becomes ball 2, you make it a 2-2 count. Oh, runner advances. oXBOX does a great stop there with the pitch out, prevent the runner from advancing to second. As it becomes out number 2 from the strikeout. So we go from a run on first to 2 outs in just a matter of seconds.
Yeah, Jinkies, as Velma Dinkley's at the plate, and Mystery Man saw those 2 outs happen in the blink of an eye, and now he's got himself a 3rd one, and we're moving to the top of the 3rd inning. So nicely done by Ox to just shut it all down.
Now batting.
Yeah, definitely good baseball IQ there to watch for that stealer trait and be able to correctly nail a runner. As that is thrown for strike 1.
No, high.
That's a ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count. That becomes a 1-2 count on the inside pitch. That was check swing for out number 1.
Now batting.
Wow, what a pitch there from Mystery Man. I mean, both these players using the forkball on these starters well here in game number 1 on primetime tonight. We saw Ox using it, getting a couple swinging strikes, called strikes last inning, and then Mystery Man just froze him there.
Yeah, the forkball can definitely be a dangerous pitch if placed well and if not placed well. And so far, these two have both placed it well, as that is swing and a miss for out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And now we have the leadoff
71.
batter coming up. She's 0 for 1 today.
Getting the speed on base for Ox is going to be really important. You know how he can really move the runners around once he gets them on first, bunting, stealing, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, for sure. If he could get one of his speedier runners on base, we might see some hit and run plays, as we have a 2-1 count.
No, that's high.
That was high for a 3-1 count, and the BB prone trait has activated for Shaggy Rogers. That one's hit softly into foul territory to make it a 3-2 count. Swinging a miss there for out number 3, so right down the middle, but just can't get the bat on it. For 1-2-3 inning here. Now we go into the bottom of the 3rd, still tied 0 apiece.
Yeah, Mystery Man went right after him there. Big payoff pitch. Got out of the inning. Could have been dangerous with that lineup turning over, throwing one right there, but it's a huge strikeout. And another leadoff runner on the base paths.
Yeah, let's see if this time Mistink is maybe a bit more passive on the base paths, or will he continue his aggression as Shaggy Rogers comes up. And given the speed and arm of the Nazgul 9, he probably won't challenge it this time. And that's a strike 2.
Ball outside.
That's thrown high now for a 1-2 count. That looks like bunt lay down. Looks like that one's gonna be a good bunt, and the runner's gonna advance to second. And now there's 1 out. So a good bunt there by Mistink as Sharon Blake comes up.
Yeah, I was wondering if Mystery Man would drop it down there, and he does it with 2 strikes. Could have been dangerous going foul. I mean, perhaps would have got a strikeout anyway if he swung away, but good bunt there, gets the runner to second. Now he has a big chance here.
Yeah, interesting. He went for the bunt on 2 strikes. Maybe he did it to catch the Nazgul 9 off guard. As that one rolls past the 3rd baseman, looks like the runner will easily advance home. And looks like we have a 1-0 ball game. Mistake scores on the single.
Nicely done by Mist to just pull that right down the line. Got speed on the bases again here himself, as that was the leadoff runner who got the hit. There she goes, hit and run. Ox will be able to make the play in center, but there's some danger out of the Mystery Inc. lineup. The improvement is showing right here on primetime.
Yes, for sure. And we have Fred Jones coming up. He's 0 for 1 today. But with that speed on first again, watch out for another steal. And Nazgul 9 tried to throw a pitch out, but the runner does not go, and it looks like the runner will run. And will he make it in time? He does not make it in time for out number 3, so runner caught stealing as we now go into the top of the 4th. Mistink leading 1-0.
Huge for Ox there to get another pickoff in consecutive innings, but he does let that run up there. So now it's the time to get the offense rolling. He had a walk earlier, and that's about it.
For sure. As that one's strike 1, swing to that one. Hit softly to the pitcher. Looks like that would be an easy out number 1.
Now batting.
Next up is Rohan, who did have the walk today. Shaggy Rogers pitching 42 pitches and locked in, so he has had a solid game so far.
That's outside.
That one's a curveball thrown outside for a 1-1 count. Ooh, that one's hit hard. That one looks like it'll easily hit the outfield wall. As that one becomes second base, let's see if the one will advance to third, and he probably won't as the ball's thrown to third. So now we have a runner on second with 1 out.
Now batting, the
Big
second
rip by
baseman,
Ox there,
number
right into the
11.
gap.
Yeah,
Good.
you can't really get much better placement than that on a hit.
That's high.
That's a good way to get the offense rolling, get your first hit of the ball game.
Strike.
For sure. It's now it's a 1-1 count. That one's hit softly. Looks like that could be a potential double play. No, the runner will get back in time. So runner on second with 2 outs. And Oakenshield comes up next.
Yeah, this is a guy that could get it done. Ox just needs his pitch.
And looks like he's gearing up for that low pitch. Let's see if he can get that pitch. Or will he just wait? That one's pitched outside, so for a 3-0 count.
Ball 4.
Batter walked, so it looks like now we have runners on first and second with 2 outs, and that may have been an intentional walk, as we have Boom the Skin Change come up.
Yeah, definitely intentional by Mystery Man there. He wants to go after a hitter, who's not Thor Oakenshield, with 4 home runs and 7 RBIs on the season. It could be a wise move, and it looks like it's going to be as that roller's hit to first, and Chillman takes it himself. There it is.
So runners left hanging on first and second, as we go into the bottom of the 4th, Mistink leading 1-0, with Fred Jones coming up. And that one's going to be hit into right field, and that will be caught 4 out number 1, so a quick out there.
Yeah, Ox has to work quickly through this mystery lineup and just get back to the plate and try and get something rolling again.
And looks like he will as another first pitch swing there, and outfield's looking a little confused, but they get it as that becomes out number 2. Next up, Angel Dynamite.
Yeah, I didn't know who wanted to go for that ball there. Almost fell into the Bermuda's triangle. But a nice second out, and looks like this one could be the third.
So I think we have, I believe that was a rare 3-pitch inning. I believe it was the first swing of the first at bat, if I remember correctly.
Now batting, the left.
Yeah, I don't know.
As we
There's
go-
3 or 4. Very, very short inning though.
Yeah, definitely 3 or 4. So quick inning there from Nazgul 9. Now with Smog the Terrible up, let's see if he can kickstart this offense.
Ball, that's low. Strike.
Football throw high and in, but swings at it to make it a 1-2 count.
That's outside.
Watches that one to make it a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss for out number 1, Shaggy Rogers, pitching shutout ball so far. And next up, as we have King Argam, is Luder's Air.
Good speed on this runner and batting almost 300 for Ox, so he can get on base with him. We'll see how he might choose to do it here with less than 2 outs.
Yeah, knowing Ox and his knack for bunting, we might even see a potential bunt from him, as that is a 1-2 count. Oh, pitcher gets a great glove on that one. Throws the first 4 out number 2.
Now batting.
I thought that one was getting through, but that was an awesome play by Shaggy Rogers out there. Keeping it right in front of him.
Yeah, very impressive defensive play there.
That's low.
As that one's low, ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count. That makes it a 1-2 count. Ooh, pitcher has to move out of that way. That one gets the toggle on it, but just doesn't get enough contact on it. That's out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning here with Nazgul 9. As we go into the bottom of the 5th, Mistink still leading 1-0.
Mr. Inc. is pitching really, really well. He's getting the soft contact he needs. He's getting the outs. And he's got the run so far. Let's see if he can add to it.
As that one's thrown to third. Slow throw, but gets there in time though for out number 1. Next up, we have Thelma Dinkley. Let's see if the Mistink can slow down on their hitting. As they finally take a pitch there. I think they're at 4 batters in a row, but they swung their first pitch.
Whoa.
That what a great dive there from Okasha. I thought that was about to go into the field, but Okasha with the great reflexes catches that one for out number 2.
Yeah, that one completely caught me by surprise. I thought it was about to just hit the ground, and there was an out called on it, so I just had to exclaim something. That was insane. What a play.
Yeah, definitely a great play there. As we have a 1-2 count here, Scooby-Doo at the bat. As that one, he rips that one hard. That gets past the shortstop, and that looks like that would be easy double. Or maybe not, as the outfielder gets a good throw into second base. As now we have the pitcher batting with Scooby-Doo on first.
Yeah, Scooby not quite fast enough to make that a hustle double, but that was a very, very hard hit ball there by Misty. He's been hitting the ball well all night. And ooh, what a play by Oakenshield to honestly take away maybe a run. That looks like it was destined for the corner.
Yeah, Oakenshield definitely doing a lot here for the Nazgul Knight on the defense end. As we now go into the top of the 6th, of the 1-2-3 for the Nazgul 9 coming up.
Ball, that's outside.
As that's a ball 1. Ooh, that one's rocketed straight up into the sky. It looks like the catcher will not get his glove on it to make it a 1-1 count.
Ball outside.
That makes it a 2-1 count. Shaggy Rogers looking a little tired now as he's hitting 72 pitches through 6 innings.
Steve Rod.
Oh, strike 2. I think he may have wanted that one back because that's right low in the zone where he wants it usually.
Steve Rod.
Oh, check swing there. Just maybe missed it there as that is out number 1.
The second time, Mystery is just challenged on a 3-2 count. I think the same hitter got him a strikeout. Ox needs to be able to get around on that pitch, especially with the top of his order. But now he's got some really strong hitters coming up, so the danger could lie here.
Yep, that one's hit into center field, so that looks like that will be an easy out number 2. As we have Lady Elwyn of Rohan, who had the double and walk today, so she's the only base runner, I believe, in Nazgul. As that one's right down the middle, but she looks like she wasn't ready for that pitch. As that one's hit high into the sky, the pitcher gets it though for out number 3, Mojo Boost. As we go into the bottom of the 6th, Mistink still holding on to their 1-0 lead with the top of their order coming out.
Yeah, and pitching a one hitter at this moment. I mean, the work on the mound cannot be understated. Mr. Ink came out here with a plan, and he's executing it. We definitely talked about, converting the runs when you're on the mound or at the plate tonight, but when you're on the hill, leaving the guys on base, you alluded to that a little bit at the end, and that's turning out to be extremely important here for Mist.
Sure. As that's a strike 1 that makes it a 0-1 count. That's a 0-2 count. Whitford Cherry activated.
That's up.
Ooh, just missed the strike zone there. I thought that was gonna be a strike, but that's a 1-2 count. So we're gonna miss there, but hits the dirt, but catcher throws the first 4 out number 2. And next up we have Fred Jones. As that's a strike 1. Sauron did give up a run earlier as that one's hit high into the right field. Looks like it will be close. Right field just mistimes it. It looks like that will be a triple again. Nope, the runner will stay at second.
Yeah, Fred not quite fleet of foot enough to get to third, but Ox, maybe just misjudging the angle on that fly ball. He had a chance to catch there, but he could still get out of this inning with 2 outs. There's just a little bit more danger involved with that runner in scoring position. Sauron is still locked in as well at 52 pitches, so he's having his own game.
Yeah, these pitchers have been doing different. As that one goes to the outfield, runner rounding third, he's heading home. He'll turn around, and now we got runners on the corners with 2 outs now. And Angel Dynamite, who does have a single for the mistake.
Extremely dangerous hitter. Spent 326 as well on the season, so Ox is gonna have to be careful here where he leaves the baseball. That was a great pitch to start off the AB.
As that one's hit down the middle, runner will score. Let's see if the runner will head to third. And he will stay at second. Now, so we got runners on first and second with 2 outs here. Hitting the ball low, throwing the ball low with 2 outs. I don't know if that was the right choice there. As we have Mr. E coming up to bat.
What a play.
Ooh, great dive. We make it in time? Oh, not in time. That becomes out number 3. So they stop the bleeding, not before Mistake gets another run to bump their lead up to 2-0.
Huge run there for Mist. I mean, the way he's been pitching, 2 runs could be enough here to see him through. But Ox has a big 9 outs to work with, the meat of the order here in the 7th too, to get something started. This is an interesting game. It could go one way or the other still.
For sure. We're seeing Shaggy Rogers, his stamina beginning to drop, but that mojo boost just holding him up. So I think a hit or two here, and we could start to see that begins to deplete. As that goes into the outfield, let's see center field will get there in time. They will for out on the board.
I thought that one was going to fall in there for a moment, but great catch in center field by Shannon Blake.
For sure, as that one's strike 1. Throwing high, which was definitely a risky call there with for an Oakenshield having a high pitch trait. He loves those high balls, and that was right where he'd like it. And that's another one that's high, but it looks like that'll be caught for out number 2. Next up is Boom the Skin Changer, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Let's see if he can get something going for these Nazgul 9.
Ox looking to square something up. Not quite finding the pitches that he's looking for down there in the lower half of the strike zone, it seems like, from Shaggy Rogers. He's on 87 pitches and on fire.
Whoa, swings early there. As it's a 1-2 count. That was hit hard at the middle. Finally, another base runner for the Nazgul 9. Let's see if this changes something as we have a runner on first with 2 outs.
Yeah, it takes
Mojo
him
down.
I was just going to say that. It takes him right down from on fire to locked in. So now looking even more tired is Shaggy Rogers. Ox could take advantage.
Yeah, and the tying run is at bat, so that one's hit into the bullpen for 0-2 count. And looks like that one's ground up to the first baseman. Looks like he get there in time for out number 3, so no damage done. As we go into the bottom of the 7th, 7, 8, 9 coming up here for Mistake.
Yeah, 3 hitters that Ox might be able to put away quickly here. Just has to be careful with them because they're not without power. You see Velma Dinkley here, very strong across the board here. Power, contact, and speed, just a low season average.
As that one's hits the corner right there for strike 1. Well placed pitch. As that one's popped into left field, looks like that power you're talking about definitely had some value in it. As that one just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
Yeah, the placement on Ox's cutter tonight has been really, really good. Missed, just unable to get around on it. I think there he hit it as well as he could have, but couldn't quite get the hard contact.
For sure, and that left field in Sakura can definitely be a tricky place to hit home run. That's ball 2 to make it a 2-2 count. Oh, that one's hit hard. That looks like it'll go the distance. It will. That goes into the bullpen. See, home run, solo shot to make it a 3-0 ball game for the Mistake.
Wow, what power there from Mist jumping out here in the bottom of the 7th. Scooby-Doo with the shot. 4th homer on the year. Just getting it done. That's huge insurance.
Scooby-Doo, what it do? As we have Shaggy Rogers coming up here.
He's going for the complete game, perhaps. Definitely seeing this at bat and going for it in the 8th.
Yeah, with the 3-0 cushion, there's no need to really pull out the pitcher. And instead just save one of those bench players for the future if need be. As he strikes out there. Next up, Shannon Blake. And looks like this will be the end for the Dark Lord.
Yeah, Ox
Manager.
contemplating. He has a good bullpen.
He's probably looking at when does the pitcher come to bat. And looks like he'll hold off. As that's ball 1. That one goes high to make it a 2-0 count. Considering here.
I think he's thinking about bringing in the tense closer. It's a move he's definitely gone to in the past. But now perhaps a double switch is also in the works.
Looks like he's considering a double switch, but he has to be quick here as that timer is about to run out. 5 seconds on the clock. What will he do? And looks like he will have to.
Pitching, number 47.
Did he make
He
the
got him in.
substitution? I think he beat the buzzer. It looks
Wow.
like he did.
Yeah, that was the most high pressure scenario I think we've seen in a while here on Match of the Week. Ox able to
Right.
beat the buzzer here, gets the double switch in. Treebeard Elder Ent is on the hill, and everybody's right where they need to be, too. I don't think there was any pressure in the decision.
Yeah, made it right on time as that's the out number 3. So the 891 coming up here. Leading off is Kangagorn's Isdul's Air. Solid speed here. Let's see if we could maybe get a solid single or maybe even a bunt, as I was mentioning earlier.
That's high.
Shaggy Rogers beginning to lose steam here as he's about to pitch his 95th pitch. As strike 2.
Ball, that's low.
That's a low ball, make it a 2-2 count. Ooh, right up to Shaggy. It looks like Shaggy will throw it to first 4 out number 1. Mojo down for the batter.
Left fielder.
Not what we like to see as Prince Legolas coming up for his first at-bat today.
Now,
And maybe it wasn't the switch he wanted initially.
I know
Or-
he replaced
Oh,
the 10th
I
center
see.
fielder.
Robo Whey Energy Drink. Now with the taste. D-Rod.
Oh, right down the middle, but just kind of looks at it as that's strike 1.
Strike.
Strike 2, 0-2 count here for Prince Legolas. Shaggy Rogers has pitched the 100th pitch of the game. As although his stats are diminishing, he still looks just as strong as ever. It's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, it's been a good showing here from Mystery Man as a whole here as a team on Match of the Week as he gets another strikeout here against Ox. He's pitching well on the hill, he's hitting well at the plate, and he's graduated from AA last season and really just come a very, very long way. It's great to see it here on prime time just flourish.
For sure. As now we see Mystery Man looks like after 100 pitches, he may no longer want Shaggy to stay out there. And it looks like that'll be the end of Shaggy's run, so he pitches almost 8 shutout innings. Only gave up, I believe, 2 to 3 hits. As Thorn Hex will look to shut out this game.
Yeah, a lot of velo on this reliever. We'll see how that changes things up.
Yeah, that might throw off the batter's tempos for the next part of the inning. That one's close. Looks like that'll be to the pitcher, but it gets to the first 4 out number 3. So as we go into the bottom of the 8th, Mistink still leading 3-0 with the part of the lineup coming up now.
Now back.
Yeah, Ox not going off the end of the bat there, but it almost proved a bit dangerous. Could have probably beat it out had the pitcher not taken the perfect angle there.
D-Rod.
For sure.
Tough for him to get something going as far as hits in this
Ball
game.
outside.
And looks like Eldorant will be able to throw it the first 4 out number 1 as he gets his first out. Next up is Fred Jones, who looks at that one for strike 1. That one's hit hard. That looks like it's gonna go distance. Will it hit the rock? Fred Jones with the bomb. See ya. To make it a 4-0 ball game. That might have just put this game to sleep as a monster 466 footer.
It did not hit the rock, but it was really, really close to the rock. And wow, Mist really just put a charge into that. You love to see power on display, especially here on Match of the Week.
Sure, and he showed it right there.
Outside.
Now that's ball 1 to Day Chilman.
D-Rod.
That makes it a 1-1 count. And that one's hit hard. That goes right up the middle.
Yeah, the way Mist has been hitting the ball, that one scared me a little bit when Ox let it go out of his hand. I thought we could have saw another solo shot,
99.
but luckily just a single.
Nope.
That's ball 1 to make it a 1-0 count.
Strike.
Strike 1 misses the fork ball on that one.
D-Rod.
Strike 2, that makes it a 1-2 count. Ooh, that one's thrown to, sorry, hits the shortstop.
Now batting.
As from two, Mystery comes up.
Number 13. No, that's low.
Check swings there for ball one.
No, high.
Watches that one, high fork ball for a 2-0 count. That one's hit hard. Will that be fair? It will be foul. As it's a 2-1 count, just misses that one.
Yeah, so much
And we might
danger
see
every time Mist is just making contact here.
Sure, he's been hitting the ball hard tonight. As looks like there's a double switch. I want to, or not double switch, but position switch. It looked like. As that's strike two. Gets the corner there, but goes to foul territory. So 3-2 count here. Let's see if the runner advances with 2 outs. Ooh, swing and a miss there for round number 3. So as we go to the top of the ninth, think another run to advance their lead to 4. Thornhex looks to close out this game, with Witch King of Angmar looking to say otherwise.
2, 3, 4 up for the 9. These are the hitters you want right now to be, to start off perhaps your final chance in a big game 1 on Match of the Week. So we'll see if Ox can do it here. Otherwise, we're seeing Mist trying to get another game out of this one, perhaps a sweep.
Sure, as he looks to that one for inside strike 1. Another inside pitch ball to make it a 1-1 count here. We're seeing here that the pitchers they like to throw in a location a couple times and then throw it almost in the opposite direction. That might be throwing these Nazgul 9 off. If that's a ball 3, and it looks like the batter will wait for a second. As that one's looked like he could have gotten some more on that one, but looks like the first baseman will get under that one for out number 1.
Yeah, I think Ox maybe was sitting fastball after what he's seen from Mist with 2 strikes for the majority of the game. But the curveball there tripped him up completely, and there's a big out for Mystery Man.
Ball outside.
And as he watches that one, make it a 1-1 count.
Strike.
Makes it a 1-2 count here.
No, that's high.
It's a high 2-2. That one's hit hard at the middle. Will the second baseman get there? No, he will not. As that makes it a 1-out single.
Yeah, there's Ox finally getting something on the ball there, hitting it hard. Maybe he can keep the train moving with the cleanup batter up. He's got the power versus lefties engaged. You can actually, I think, see Mist game planning a bit here. I don't think he's going to take Hex out just yet. Oh, he does.
Oh. Interesting call here to do a 180. Maybe he was thinking to switch up the velocity here. To go from very high to very low.
That's down.
Yeah, perhaps he wants that double play ball to end it. Would be a good plan.
As that one's popped up into right field, will he get there in time? Looks like it will. So that'll be out number 2. Mistink 1 out away from pitching a combined game shutout. Combined complete game shutout.
No, high.
So that's ball 1.
That's low.
That makes it a 2-0 count here.
Ball, that's low.
3-0 count. The pitcher is being, the hitter is being patient. As that one's left over the plate for a 3-1 count. Oh, another one just right over the plate too. Makes a 3-2 count here. Finals pitch here. Swinging a miss here for round number 3. Caught swinging. Nazgul 9 lose. Final score 4-0. So Mistink take game 1 of our match of the week. As we see the box score here, 4-0. Mistink just hitting the ball consistently, getting 11 hits, while only giving up 3 hits here. As the Nazgul 9 strike out 9 times. Winning the game is Shaggy Rogers, who only gave up 2 hits through 7.2 innings and had 8 strikeouts along with it.
Yeah, great win there from Mr. Ig. Sorry about the smoke alarm there going off. Everything is all good. But yeah, he pitched a great game and really went at it at the plate. Just took advantage of every mistake and just got things going when he needed to. Ox was not able to take advantage, and really that was just, I think, the tail of game one.
Yeah, and we'll need to see here if the Nezgul 9 can just recover and take the away game here as, sorry, no, go back home, I believe, and take their game now at Colonial,
Yeah, it
if I
should be.
remember correctly.
Yep, at Colonial Plaza. It should be interesting to see a game two. I believe we're going to be switching perspectives as well. So give us a moment here to just give the players a break and let us switch perspectives. And we'll have game two coming at you in just a few minutes.
Good evening, everyone. As we go into Game 2 today, and if you weren't with us in Game 1, Mistink took Game 1 by a score of 4-0 with 2 home runs to give them the victory. As they look to take the sweep here, they come up to bat, and it looks like Angelo Cherry. However, I believe this isn't the right team alignment, as there might be some setting issues.
That's down. Off the plate. Steve.
Sure, maybe they'll be trying to live up to that name and try to maybe suck the life out of this Mistink offense.
Inside.
Yep. As we get into a 3-2 count here, composed and K-Dud activated.
Out.
As that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Next
the
up
shortstop,
is Staffy and Blake,
number
saving a 174 average, 1 home run, and 1 RBI in the season. As she hits that one right up the middle, second baseman dives for it, gets it, but it looks like it won't be in time, as that's a runner on first now on the infield
third
single.
baseman, number 44.
Ball inside.
And as we saw earlier, oXBOX is always careful with speedy runners on first, as he caught a mistake looking twice. As that one just looks again, but this time the runner doesn't advance. That one's hit hard up the middle, but it looks like second baseman gets to it, so it looks like we'll have a double play here to lead us into the bottom of the first now. And it looks like Brian Gangrene will lead off, or Bryn Gangrene, I should say.
That was a huge double play for Ox there, finally getting something rolling here to start this one off. Maybe that'll continue in this game.
Nope, that's high.
And on the mound, we have Madeline Dinkley, I want to say, yep, as she's pitching a 4.32 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, and it looks like 20 strikeouts on the season. She'll be looking to continue her decent season so far, and maybe boost her stats with a strong performance.
Yeah, this is the last game of the regular season for both players right now, so
Ball.
both of them looking to make a statement, both of them looking to take a W into the playoffs, you'd have to think.
Oh, for sure. As that one's hit hard into right field, 4 out number 1.
Now batting, the right.
And I believe these are the last 2 AAA games of the season. Or do we have...
There's
Any more
still
action?
definitely a few more. Tomorrow there's going to be a big mass wrap-up, I think, of a few
right.
games. And then after that, we'll be seeing, but everything should be wrapped up after tomorrow night, after the match of the week, and then if there's any later games scheduled. And then Monday, playoffs can begin.
Ooh, that one's rocking hard into left field. Umpires to move out of the way of that one, as that's a 1-2 count.
Strike 3.
Swinging a miss there for out number 2. Gets him swinging
Now batting,
as
the catcher,
Emmanuel Everdale
number
comes up to bat.
26.
That's inside.
That one's thrown low, as that one's ball 1.
That's low.
There's a ball 2 to make it a 2-0 count. Ooh, that one goes right along the foul line, just like looks almost like it bended inward to make it fair.
Now batting, the
Yeah, nice piece by Ox just to get that one spinning right down the chalk. Not a lot of speed on the runner, keeps him at first, and with 2 outs, he needs more hits to keep it rolling, but that was a nice piece.
And we see here Dark Mullen, he's good against left-handed pitchers, which Madeline Dinkley just happens to be. We'll see if he can get some power on swing, as he misses there high for a 1-2 count, runner on first with 2 outs.
Off the plate.
Watches that one to make it a 2-2 count.
Off the plate.
3-2 count outside, so full count here with the runner on first. The runner advances, and it looks like that will be out number 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 inning to go into the top of the second. Still a 0-0 ball game.
Both players getting a hit here in the first, maybe a sign for things to come, maybe not, who knows. But it's always nice to see just a couple runners on base early, getting things interesting. We'll see if Mystery can take that into the second.
And we'll see here as it looks like that will be an out number 1 from throw from third. Next up is Angel Dynamite, who is hitting a strong 330 average, 1 home run, and 5 RBIs. If there's someone to get a run for this mistake, it's her.
Ball. High.
That was check swing high for a 1-1 count.
Steve.
Another check swing there, but this time it's in the zone for a 1-2 count. A lot of traits activate. As first baseman dives there in time, almost loses the run race there as Mr. E comes up.
Yeah, I think Ox just did not want to take it or throw it to the pitcher there, perhaps risking the runner getting on, and ends up being the right move.
Yeah, the pitchers often they can drop the ball on that run to first. So good call there, as you said. And with that out, we now go into the bottom of the second, still tied 0 apiece, with Briar Pratt to bat for the Soul Takers.
That high pitch was in a dangerous spot. Uh-oh, this one could also be Ox. Smart not to swing at that one.
Yeah, it looks like Mislinky's trying to sort of challenge the traits, as this time that one goes right into the outfield, right between the fielders. That looks like there will be an easy double to lead off the game or inning. And next up we have Kale McGriddle with a 256 average, 0 home runs, and 2 RBIs.
That's down.
And as long as the balls is popped up, we could see the runner advance home simply on ground outs.
Yeah, that is a possibility. Ox going to swing away with his big meat of the order. That one in the gap. Blake doesn't dive for it, and that'll be a run.
That one's definitely close. I definitely think she could have dove for that one and even made the catch if she maybe has a better angle on it, but isn't able to. And as a result, the Soul Takers take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom second. As that one bunted, looks like the pitcher will get in time, and it looks like that will be out number 1. So sacrifice bunt gets the runner to third, as Jar Davidson comes up to bat.
Ox might try and get that run here on a sacrifice or a fielder's choice. Doesn't swing at the high heat there. Good choice.
Yeah, the runner on third doesn't really have a lot of speed, so it probably doesn't want to risk a bunt. As that one's blooped up into outfield. Runner, I don't know, he's not advancing, but the right fielder doesn't make the throw. I don't know Mystery's arm strength, but I definitely think he could have made a case for throwing it home, preventing that run on third.
Yeah, perhaps maybe he didn't see the late jump that Ox got heading to home plate, but either way, that's a huge hit for him to get it over the first baseman and keep this inning going. He's got the stealer on now and could get that runner around and try and add to this 2-run lead.
Fans aren't getting too happy now with the back-to-back pitch out, or pitch at first. But that's a 2-0 count. Madeline Dinky already tense. As that makes it a 3-1 count. And runner goes, and it looks like it won't matter though, as the batter is walked. So runners at first and second now. Soul Takers beginning to heat up.
Yeah, interesting here to see Ox put together this nice sequence. He's going to have to wait for his pitch with Gang Green. The lineup's just turned over. The runners go. The double steal is going to be way successful. Wow.
Well, looks like that was caught in the perfect position as Misting was about winding up. And looks like the runners will run, and looks like that interesting call here. As the runner from first advances way ahead, but as we get 2 outs here, the bunt was definitely an interesting situation. Did not pay off, and now we got runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, if you're gonna bunt there, you got to get it away from the dish where the catcher could field it. So Mist was able to get to it quickly and make a good play and prevent any runs from scoring. Now he's got himself, only the 2-run lead to deal with. It could have been worse, but 2 big runs for Ox there in the second.
And considering he had no runs last game, now he's definitely got to be proud of being able to put something on the board this game.
That's outside.
As that's a ball 1. Velma Dinkley at the plate. punches that one for a 1-1 count. That one's hit softly. That looked like there was going to be more contact on it, but that becomes out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, number 50.
Scooby-Doo comes up, and if you remember last game, he was one of the players who hit a solo shot, and this time he will get into the outfield for a one-out single.
Nice piece of hitting there by Mist. I mean, getting it right under the outfield again. We've seen a couple little flicks and bloops from either players. Just making contact, you know, is the name of the game sometimes. You don't always have to hit it that hard.
And it looks like Mistake was trying to take that advice to heart as the failed bunt attempt. And now it's a 2-1 count. Check swing there on the 2-2 count. K-Dud trade activated for Angelo Cherry. And that one's hit to the shortstop, so I think that will be an easy double play to get out the inning. Soul Takers going to the bottom of the third with a 3-0 lead, with the heart of the lineup coming up next.
Another good double play there by Ox. I think 2 out of the 3 innings so far have ended in a double play, so he's getting the grounders now where he needs them. Mist unable to get maybe the advantage on the mistakes Ox was making in the last game. He seems to be much more efficient with this starter on the mound.
The second baseman.
And I saw there the quick line out to first to make it out number 1. Next up is Dark Mullen, who has a lot of power in contact, and is also a solid hitter against left-handed pitchers. The zone's just rocket right at the middle. Center fielder gets it. It's the second to have a 1-out single.
That was a good piece of hitting there by Ox. He's been hitting the ball hard all of game 2. And now here's the player who got it started last inning, Briar Pratt. And uh-oh, that one's crushed.
Close to the wall. Not in time. As that one goes for out number 2, just shy of that home run at Colonial. Now we got Cale McGriddle up with the runner on first, 2 out.
Yeah, the pitcher was in the right spot. The hit sounded right, but just not enough exit velocity on that puppy to get out. You can see Ox squaring it up much better in game 2 than he was in game 1. And now Mist, I think, kind of on his heels trying to find what to throw to him.
Sure, as that one's hit into center field for out number 3, so Mistink gets out of that one, and now he goes into the top of the 4th, down 2-0. With the heart of his, or not the heart, top of the order coming up next.
Number 91.
I also see Shannon Blake lead things off. As she looks at that one for strike 1. Misses there for the 0-2 count. K-Dud tree activated. And looks like that will be safe. The runner advances with a lot of speed, is able to advance to first on the infield single.
And he's got Steeler as well, so watch out to see if Mist tries to go and get himself going.
And that was strike 1. Check swings there for ball 2 to make it a 2-1 count. And so Steeler runs, and it looks like it'll be safe. Make it a 2-2 count with no outs. Runner on second. And that one's blooped up, and it looks like the runner will advance to third. And runner is not making time at first, almost. But now we run on third for 1 out. Fred Jones coming up. And we see here the defense shifting to a halfway infield, shallow outfield. Very risky call here. I'm wondering if it's the correct one for the outfield, considering Fred Jones' power and contact. And looks like that may have been the mistake, as now we have runner advancing second. Looks like he's going to make the third. That one's going to be close. He does not make it in third. It throws him out at third, so runner advances home, but the runner is not able to make it safe to make it 2 outs.
Yeah, so I think it was really bad there for Ox for a second, and then getting the out at third ends up being really good, and then kind of just turning that into what would have been a sac fly had the outfield been playing where they should have. So all in all, you know, gets away with pretty much a similar scenario, a 2-1 lead now, and now he's out of the inning, so no real loss.
Right. A wrong call, but it ends up working out fine. So as we go into the bottom of the fourth, Soul Takers leading 2-1 here. Harper Riley looking to kick things off. That was hit to the third baseman. That will looks like it'll be a quick out number 1. And next up we have Jar Davidson, who has an RBI for the Soul Takers. Let's see if he can get another hit for them. That was strike 1. Pitcher sneezes and waits a little.
Ball high.
But now that's a ball 1 to make it a 1-1 count.
Ball high.
Ball 2 high and up to make it a 2-1 count. Ooh, that might be trouble. And
Safe.
it looks like it won't be trouble, or as much trouble, as the runner only advances to first on infield single. Lots of speed on first now. We might see a steal here from the Soul Takers.
Nope, that's high.
And it'll be interesting to see if Ox goes. He hit that ball hard and missed, almost threw it away. So could have been worse on the infield hit last at bat, but the Steelers on. Now the danger's on. And pitcher at the plate, you have to wonder what Ox might do.
For sure.
Steal.
That's the strike 1.
Safe.
Lots of pitch outs here from the pitcher, but it's not really too good as Dinkley is still tense through 4 innings.
Nope, that's low.
Ball 3, that makes it a 3-1 count. Let's see if the runner runs here. And it looks like he will, and the throw of the plate, not in time, so a 3-2 count. Run on second now. I see even another steal here.
That was a huge toss from the catcher. 99 arm, or 99 throw. Not quite a 99 arm, but either way, I don't think he gets there in time.
Yeah. Watch out for the run on second, though. I think the manager's considering whether to steal here.
Foul ball.
And this foul ball to make it a 3-2 count.
Take it.
And runner goes, but the oh,
Now
looks
Wrong
like
base
he's
the
disease.
shortstop.
looks like he still could have caught him out since it wasn't an automatic base for him.
Outside.
But no matter, as runners on the corners. Mistake looking to force a double play here and away without giving a hit. As that one's bunted, and looks like the Soul Takers learned their lesson from the last time, and this time decided to run back early. Now we got the bases loaded here with Yauman Barrera coming up. And it looks like we have a substitute, and looks like this will be the end of Madeline Dinkley's day,
Number 19.
as we have Vincent Van Gool up next.
Yeah, when,
Batter kind of looking the opposite way. As
yeah,
we're saying.
I was gonna say when Barrera wants to turn around.
Nope, inside.
That one's thrown high forkball for 1-1 count.
Nope, that's high.
2-1 count. That one's hit hard, right in the middle. Maybe in the end, good for the Soul Takers that wasn't bad and hit the ground, but that could have been an inning-ending double play.
Yeah, misplaced slider. He wasn't quite able to take advantage of it the way he could have or wanted to, but yeah, not a good situation not to hit that right on the ground.
Oh, that one goes right past the third baseman glove. Left fielder misses, well, gets it, but just isn't able to get glove on it. It looks like now we got runner advanced running the corners. Now it's a 4-1 ball game.
Now batting.
Huge rip from Ox there. Huge RBIs with 2 outs. You can still keep this rally going and really maybe put this out of reach.
And it looks like that won't happen as that comes out number 3, but not before the Soul Takers get 2 more runs of their own to make the lead 4-1. Mistink coming up here in the top of the 5th with 5, 6, 7
Now batting.
to bat.
The left fielder.
These two games, polar opposites. You know, last game was really shut down for Mist and then just kind of adding along to his lead and making it wider as the game went on. But this one, Ox has come out here in the early in the first couple innings really and just hit the ball hard, change the tune, and really set the tone for perhaps a split here.
Now batting.
Sure.
the right
And as we
fielder,
see the
number
hit to the first
50.
baseman for out number 1, next up is Mr. E, who has a 205 average. He has some solid power, so watch out for him.
That's off the plate.
That becomes ball 1. That one's popped into the foul territory to make it a 1-2 count. K-Dud tree activated. As that one's popped high into the sky and comes back down into the center field's glove for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 6.
Next up is Velma Dinkley.
Off the plate.
That's a ball 1.
Steve.
That one's high and out for a 1-1 count.
Foul.
That one's popped to the backstop for a 1-2 count.
Inside.
Ooh, check swing there to make it a 2-2 count. And that one's popped up in the infield. Looks like first baseman gets easily for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning here. Going to the bottom of the 5th now. Soul Takers still leading 4-1.
Yeah, big part of the order for Ox here coming up. This is a hitter that does a lot of damage. Pratt, aka Thorn Oakenshield from last game, and could get something more started here. He's going to be looking to widen this lead any way that he can now that he seems to have found his feet in the box.
For sure. When it looks like you called it there, that one's going high, but it does not have distance. I thought that was going to be a home run, but just shy of the warning track. So, odd hit there.
It's a couple of them. Ox is squared up decently, but not quite perfect.
And looks like that will be infield hit off the pitcher's glove. As we have Harper Riley up back.
Yeah, more one-out base runners for Ox. He's been making it happen no matter what the situation is, really.
That's down.
Watches that one for a 2-1 count.
Strike.
Slider thrown just outside for a 2-2 count.
Strike.
Swinging a miss there for round number 2, so runner on first now with 2 outs, Jar Davidson, who does have 2 singles and RBI today. Let's see if he can continue his solid day so far.
That's inside.
That makes it ball 1. Pitch misses there, but it looks like the batter just doesn't get anything on it. It looks like runner will advance. And great timing there. It looks like he runs past the base a little, but great timing there from the runner with not a lot of speed to just time it right and get this hit or steal. It looks like that's out number 3, so nothing happens on the steal. Going to the top of the 6th now, Mistink down 4-1 with the 891 coming up. Leading off will be Scooby-Doo, who does have a single today.
Yeah, Scooby got things started a couple different times for Mist last game, so maybe he could get something started here in the middle innings in this game. But I guess not, as we see Mystery Man contemplating the bench and maybe looking at Fred Jones Sr. To come in and just add some pop.
Interesting call here, as he takes out his catcher early on. Definitely a interesting call here. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, I think he knows he has a backup catcher to use. I wonder if it's going to be a player off the bench or someone with a secondary position. I believe we'll find out next inning either way, and Jones is going to have a chance to let it rip.
Nope. Inside.
Ball 2 that makes it a 2-2 count. Rips it hard, but the shortstop's able to get glove on it for round number 1. Next up, Vincent Van Gogh, who has a 400 average on the season, so maybe a pitcher, but he does get hits.
Yeah, it seems like he does get on base. I mean, he started at least 7 or 8 games. I think this would be his 7th game here in a 28-game AAA season, so getting on, not quite well enough there, though.
The center fielder,
Right.
number 91.
As we see Shannon Blake come up now. Oh, misses that one to make it a strike 1.
Nope. Outside.
1-1 count.
That's down.
Misses low for a 2-1 count. Ooh, that one's rocking hard. That one's gonna probably be gone. It will go gone. That's a home run solo shot. to make it a 4-2 ball game here in the top of the sixth.
Another monumentous shot from Mystery Man. He does not hit wall scrapers. Every time he's gotten one tonight on primetime, he has really leaned into it. And that's a big solo shot. Cuts the lead in half.
For sure. As we see, oh, that one I think could have definitely gone the distance also if he had gotten if he got a swing on that one. As that one's now 1-1 count. This makes it a 1-2 count here with the whiffer tray and K-Dud tray activating. Swing and a miss there for round number 3, so the Soul Takers get out of that one, but not before giving up a run to make it a 4-2 ball game here in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, good pitching from Ox. You know, just giving up those couple runs. He's going to have to keep it up here and continue to try and add if Mystery's going to, you know, be looking to warm up here in the 7th and onward.
And it looks like we're gonna see might see some substitution shenanigans come up here. And I think because Shannon Blake's a catcher, Blake is gonna be the catcher now for the Soul Takers. No, sorry, mistake.
I think everybody's where they're supposed to be for Mystery Man. Looked like for a second there we weren't quite sure, but again we had another high pressure substitution situation here on Match of the Week, and again beating the buzzer, so always great to see it.
Sure. And that one's ball 1 to make a 1-0 count. That one's hit hard into left foul territory. That one's thrown low fork ball to make it a 2-1 count. Oh, just missed the corner there to make it a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss there for strike 2, so a 3-2 count here. Ooh, swing and a miss for out number 1. Van Gool gets out that one. As we go here. Next up is Brain Gangrene. That one's popped up, and it looks like that one's going to be just shy of foul unstuck territory, but the warning track for out number 2. Next up, Yauman Barrera.
Ox with 2 outs tonight has been efficient in game 2, so we'll see if he can get something moving with Barrera, who's got a ton of pop.
We could definitely see a home run here as tough out tree activates. Van Gool kind of throws it away there for a 1-2 count. Trying to get the batter to bite on a changeup. And gets him finally there for round number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning here. And looks like we'll have a substitution in just a moment.
We'll see what he's considering, and I guess he's taking out his starter who's had some success. And going to that bullpen. You know, his bullpen is reliable. It's just a matter of how he employs them.
And it looks like we'll have Warden, I believe, Warden Bond coming in for Jackson Jimenez.
Yeah, this pitcher has a ton of velocity. He's going up against a dangerous part of the order as well, so we'll see how Ox uses that. He's gonna, I think, gonna be pretty aggressive here and just try and get these outs.
We got strike 1. Ball 1. Strike 2 makes it a 1-2 count on the late swing. Ooh, just misses the corner there to make it a 2-2 count. Watch that one with a full count now. Composed tree activates. Ooh, check swing there pays off. That's how we got run on first with no outs. Next up, Day Chillman.
There's a lot of power for Chillman. So Ox gonna have to be careful. This could change in one swing.
Yeah, now we got time run at bat here on the top of the seventh.
Strike. Nope, that's high. Inside.
Check swings there for a 3-2 count. Miss Stink has been good tonight with her check swings, just knowing when to not swing. But this time, that's a strikeout for out number 1.
The left fielder.
That's a great pitch from Ox. Absolute paint with the forkball. We saw him doing it with his starter in game 1. Now he's doing it with the reliever here in game 2, and there's nothing you can do with that.
Yeah, those forkballs can be very tough to hit if they get into the right spot. And that one is ground up the middle. That looks like we'll have a double. We will not have a double play. Runner is just too fast at first.
The right fielder.
With Mystery coming up with 2 outs. Looks like the pitcher is being cautious of the speedy runner.
Ball high.
Check swing there for a 1-0 count.
Strike.
Swing and a miss there for 1-1.
Safe. Ski.
Ooh, strike 2 to make a 1-2 count. And that one looks like it will be out number 3. So Miss Stink gets out of that one, the Soul Takers get out of that one. Now they'll come up to bat here. 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Now batting, the catcher, number 26.
That's off the plate.
That's the ball 1 on the outside edge.
Everdale's got power versus righties, so Mystery Man's going to have to be really careful as Van Gool tires here over 30 pitches. Cannot misplace something.
Yeah, and that forkball low, that might be deadly. And not really too deadly, but the runner does get on first, so center fielder having a bit of a jog out before
Now
stopping.
batting,
As Dark Mullen comes up to bat
number
with a single on the day.
9.
That's a big leadoff hit for Ox. It's what I was talking about with Van Gool. You want to watch out with him tiring. You can see the accuracy getting a bit erratic.
And it's that one, strike 1 with the slider right down the middle. And looks to see here, the 1 out, 2 outs, double play here.
Now batting,
As Briar Pratt comes up, she's 1 for 3 today with a double.
That's a huge double play for Mist. You know, with only a 2-run deficit, you want to erase runners any way you can. So an early inning double play is just what the doctor ordered.
That's found.
That one's hit into the stands for a 0-2 count. Oh, that one's hit high. That one looks like it will land right in front of the center fielder. As it looks like the center fielder just mistimed that one, and now we got run on first again with 2 outs this time.
Yeah, misplay extends the inning there from Mystery Man. Ox gonna have to take advantage. He swings way out of the zone on that pitch.
So let's see if he's a bit more passive as he's not there, and looks like
Ooh, no throw needed.
interesting play there by Miss Stink. I would say good defense IQ there, because look, I guess he couldn't get the runner at first, and he noticed the runner running to third, so good, I guess risky, but good call in the end.
The Ox having that tendency to round his runners around the base paths. As Mystery Man flies out there for out number 1, Ox will round those runners around the base paths, so as I was saying, in almost any scenario. So Mist, I think, played off that and just went right after him and got a good tag out play.
And maybe the Soul Takers will want to look into stopping at the bases.
That's down. Strike.
Ooh, that one goes to make it a 2-2 count right down the middle.
That's outside.
That's outside. That makes it a 3-2 count. Composed trait activated. That one's hit hard and looks, that could be close.
It's out.
it looks like it will not. It looks like just shy of right field wall as Vincent Van Gogh comes up to bat.
Yeah, we see him make the sub now for Van Gool after last inning where he was able to get out of it. And again, right before the pinch hitter on that flyout missed, showing that he can hit the ball hard. Ox has to be very careful here in these later innings.
That one's thrown low and dirt for a 1-1 count. Ooh, nice forkball there to catch him looking on the check swing to make it a 1-2 count.
Nope, that's high.
Another check swing there to make it a 2-2 count. That one's hit to second baseman and looks like that will be an easy out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for the Soul Takers as they go into the bottom of the 8th, holding on to a 4-2 lead here. They'll be looking to add any insurance runs they can. And it looks like we're having a substitution here. Let's see, and only Hex is in the bullpen. It looks like Thorn Hex was chosen.
Yeah, I think we saw Thorn in game 1. She's got a lot of velo, so Ox just gonna have to be ready for it. He's got 3 more outs to try and add more insurance, and then a chance to put this away for a split.
Ooh, that was the shortstop just isn't able to get a glove on it. As leadoff single here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, the center fielder, number
Next we have Jar Davidson up, locked in already. He'll be looking to continue his strong day. So
Ball high.
this is a high ball 2 for a 2-0 count.
Strike.
Misses there for a 2-1 count. And hits that one softly. This looks like it'll be an easy, not so easy double. Only 1 out. As Ward Vaughn comes up. And I think that will be the end of Ward Vaughn's day as the Soul Takers look to get some final insurance runs. With a fast runner on first, I'd like to notice here with substitution as we wait.
Yeah, it's a locked-in stealer.
Yeah, honestly, the Soul Takers don't have to worry as much timing as to get there a bit close, but we're now runner on second. Ooh, hits that one hard, and looks like the steal was paid off as now the runner will head home. Runner rounding first, and looks like he'll stay for a RBI single. Next up, Brian at Gangrene.
Big insurance for Ox. It's exactly how you have to get it done here to try and put games away. You know, like I said before earlier, last game of the season for both these teams. One of them's coming out, going into the playoffs on a win. It looks like right now it's going to be the Soul Takers, and you just got to try and take what you can get and take that momentum right into the playoff tournament.
I think the catcher needs to get their eyes checked as they threw it to third base, even though the runner was on first. As maybe now it's a good time to throw the runner to third, and it's safe though, as the runner is now in the corners on the walk. Barrera coming up today with an 0 for 4. Let's see if he can turn things around and put this game to sleep. And runner is running at second now, and it looks like the catcher will hold with the now runners at second and third. No double chase, double play opportunity.
Wow.
And it just looks like chaos right now in the Mistakes infield as the runner scores and to make it a 6-2 ball game, 2 outs. That one's hit in the corner, 4-1. Ball 2, that makes it a 2-1 count. 3-1 low. Pitcher tense as no one's hit into the outfield. Let's see if the outfielder get there. It does not. Again, center fielder. This is the second time today that the center fielder has missed the ball right in front of them, and that will cost them a very costly run.
Yeah, it's just tough perception there from Mist, unable to get it done, and the inning extends, runs score, and then another hit given up. It's getting disastrous here in the 8th.
Yeah, things may only get worse from here as Briar Pratt comes up with a lot of power and contact. And it looks like nothing will happen now as that's out number 3. Soul Takers give themselves some 3 insurance runs here to go into the top of the 9th, holding on to a 7-2 lead, and looks like Lacey McMingle those things out here for the Soul Takers.
Yep, 3 more outs for Ox, and he'll get the split. He's got to be careful here, though. The insurance run obviously going to help, or insurance runs, excuse me, obviously going to help a lot. But we saw Mist has a ton of power, and if he gets something going, you never know what one swing can do. So let's see what this reliever McMingle has.
That's a strike 2. It makes a quick 0-2 count.
Inside.
And we notice here, I think it's, I believe, a submarine closer. So let's see how that plays out as different angles here as the batter strikes out. Prop number 1. That would hit hard into right field. Oh, the right fielder seems to miss the ball a little. As we got a runner on first with 1 out. Fred Jones coming up. He does have a double and RBI on the day.
Off the plate.
Check swings there on 1-0 count.
Strike.
Ooh, that's high to make it a 1-1 count.
Nope, that's high.
That's 2-1. That one's hit hard, and this looks like that could be the game. It will be the game, so game-ending double play here. Mistink loses with a final score of 7-2. Dwayne, what are your thoughts on this game?
Well, I think it was a great one there from the Nazgul 9. Ox came out swing after a tough Game 1 loss where he really just couldn't get the offense going. And in this one, he put up 16 hits and 7 runs. It was a completely opposite performance. And I think it looked like he had a weight lifted off his shoulders, and now he can go into the playoffs on that W. It was a really good game from him. Mist just didn't quite have it like they did in the first game, but we did see some more power and some more dangerous situations. And both players really, I think, did their best tonight and played their part, and they both deserved a split.
For sure, and as we see here, they've Nazgul 9 will finish with a record of 11-17, while Mystery Man finishes at a 6-22. So they don't have the best records, but I think both of these teams are going to be going in hot into the playoffs, which at the AAA level, that's really all you need to just have a strong have a strong playoff appearance and to go the distance.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to just be hot going into the tournament to get it done. Regular season wins are great. Having a good record, good seeding in the regular season is great. But everyone gets a chance in the playoffs to completely hit the reset button and make something happen. So we saw 2 players finish their seasons tonight, and now they can look forward to the playoffs that start on Monday. And once those seedings are locked in, they'll have their matches, and it's going to be a whole new ball game. So totally different possibilities.
Yeah, and as we see now, since the standings haven't changed, so we could potentially see the Nazgul 9 and Mystery Inc. actually potentially face off in the playoffs, depending on how the final standings shake out.
Yeah, that could potentially happen. These 2 players, like we said before, completely very, very familiar with each other. I think that played its part tonight. And they are just both really, students of the game. That's what I'm looking for there. And they just try to work hard and improve every step of the way that they can. And the way when they go at it against each other, you can see the way they learn off each other. And that's going to be important going into the playoffs. That's going to be important if they match up again later for sure. But yeah, those are great qualities to have as a ball player. And I think we are going to try real quick to get Ox in here for a post game. So let me just give him a quick message, and we'll see if we can get him in. We have the broadcast channel opened up for him. Either way, just great games here on Match of the Week from both players. You love to see both of them just go out there and really perform at their best in either game. I think that's a beautiful part about Match of the Week is the players really just
what up, guys?
And there he is. We were just talking about you, Mr. Ox. Welcome in for your post-game interview. It's good to hear you. And yeah, just to start things off, tonight, did you really have like a plan going in there against Mist? Did it work out? I mean, the familiarity between you guys has to really play into that somehow.
I definitely the only plan I had was the plan for him to be a lot better than I was used to. You know what I mean? I knew it was going to be tough on the mound. I just had to do something different at the plate. Obviously, game one, that strategy wasn't working. I was just kind of getting fooled a lot. But I knew it was going to be a lot tougher. When I started scrimming him 2 months ago, it was a lot easier to get wins, and it was kind of implied that I'd win most of the time in scrims. But he's really holding his own, as you guys could see all night, and I was happy to come away with a split.
Sure, and as oh yeah, we definitely saw you game one. You weren't able to get as much contact in the ball, but game two, you just sort of flipped the switch, and you're able to put up 7 runs there in the second game, just sort of like turning that game around and ending your season at least on a solid note. So, how will you be taking sort of that? I'll say the hot finish to the season. I believe you're three of your last four. So, how will you be taking that to into the playoffs?
Yeah, that's certainly a breath of fresh air for the nine. As we get 3 out of 4 today, and I'm hearing this garbage that I was the soul takers on the mystery screen. What's that about? I thought that was only my Xbox when I played Luke, but yeah, I'm definitely pleased to get a couple of 3 victories here today as we end our season with double-digit wins. I didn't know if I was going to get to 10 wins this season, but we finished 11-17, not too bad. Um, I'm definitely going to keep on working with that approach I had game two of just kind of being more patient and looking for my pitch early and not helping the pitcher out so much. But I just wanted to say thanks to you guys for casting as always. Thanks to Wishbone, Mickey for the trailer, Urban for the great voiceovers tonight. Those were amazing. And thanks for everybody who puts their time into XBL.
Absolutely. I
Sure.
mean, yeah, we really appreciate just you being here. You're a big part of it as well, being in the booth and things like that, but just performing, playing the games, being here just to take part, being willing to take part. I mean, that puts us above and beyond. That makes us able to do this. So thank you for coming in and sharing your thoughts tonight too, man. It's great to hear from you and really get some perspective after some games and hear about, what was going through your mind. I mean, before we part tonight, is there anything about the games that you might want to just add, that we didn't ask you?
Yeah. Yeah, I did want to add one more thing. I know you guys touched on this, but I recruited Mystery Man into the league, and as you know, he's a very studious player, very high work ethic, and loves this game, loves working on his game, and it was cool to be able to play him on the bright lights, but also to see him really finish strong in this
Hmm.
AAA season as he finishes with 6 wins here in just the last couple of weeks, where he started off 0-16. So coming in as hot as you can be to the AAA playoffs, which, like we've talked about, a big reset. So congratulations on a great season to Mystery Man as he was bumped up from the AA this season. So great job to him.
Sure, that's as we see in the past. It doesn't matter in AAA how you begin your season, or rather how you end it. As we've seen teams time and time again just have slow starts to their season, but once again to the playoffs, they just flip a switch, and then we've seen teams have a hot run to like the divisional round.
Yeah, we
Heck
have.
yeah.
It's going to be really interesting to see what Mist is able to do to take that going forward. Like you said, Ox, 0-16 to start things out, and that's more than half the games in the AAA this season. It was only 28 games, and now to be on the other side of that at 6 and 22
Six
is
and
still
seven, or
a great finish. And we were saying before the games, the numbers were in your favor, but if you took maybe the last 10 games, especially for Mist, I mean, things were probably a lot more even. And we saw two different players playing tonight. I mean, your style of play shown through in your win, and his style of play was something that was new to us, coming out of the AA, and now he's really starting to form it. We saw a lot of great power from him and great pitching and things I think we can really look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. And Dwayne, I just want to say, as on your guys' behalf, to all the AAA players watching, we've had a great season so far, but let's finish strong, guys. The season actually ends tomorrow, and I'd love to get our playoffs started on Monday or, whenever we can this week coming up, and get these playoffs started with a bang. So hopefully guys can get the rest of their games in tonight and tomorrow, as we gear up for these first round playoffs. And hopefully I don't get stuck playing the Mist right after, in that first round, as we previewed, it could be a potential first round matchup for me next week.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see you guys match up once again in the playoffs, like you just said. And yeah,
I
thank you
don't
for
want
saying
it, man.
that.
It's too hot right now.
He is hot right now, and everybody, yeah, try and stay hot yourselves and finish strong. That was a great point from Ox there, and that kind of leads us into our parting words tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be back for the end of the AAA season. I mean, any games scheduled outside of match of the week after we'll probably know about, but scheduled tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We will have number 1 versus number 3, One-Eyed Seaman. Could be undefeated still going into these games tomorrow night. So come and see that. We could have our first undefeated player in any tier of XBL AAA, AA, or the XBL itself. So it would be really interesting to see him make that happen. He's still got some games under his belt to go after before he gets to that set, and I think they're scheduled in our Discord, and where you can find them. He'll be streaming them to follow along with. So yeah, it's big scheduling tomorrow night to end the AAA season and lead us right into that playoffs. And then next week we'll be back with some more. It's always been a lot of fun to put these on, and it's going to continue to do so into the playoffs. Before we go, Hamis and Knox, do you guys want to take turns saying anything?
No, I have nothing else to add. Fox, you have anything else to add? You could say something.
No, just thanks for casting. Thanks for having me in here, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining me here in the booth for a little bit. It was great to have a little conversation and get some thoughts out of you. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time here on Match of the Week. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you to Mickey for the timeless trailer, Urban for the awesome voiceovers, and everybody who just makes this happen. You guys are great. And have a safe and pleasant evening, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.